Drip check. What we doing? What we doing? Turn around. Yeah. Let me see that hair. Let me see that bag. Hey, let me see the bag. 8,000 on the back. Bow. Don't play. I love you. Outside.
My question is, what is Davido doing? Why is Davido setting Imade up for the worst case scenario? I'm asking because I saw this video of the Afrobeat singer Davido doing one of his showboating antics again. Apparently, he took Imade out to have a daddy-daughter date, which I thought was nice if it had just ended there. But somehow, Davido managed to attract a lot of crowd that rightfully so scared the bejesus out of the poor child Imade. And then he proceeded to announce to the internet that he bought her an $8,000 handbag. And I'm just like, what the heck is this man doing? Is he trying to set his innocent child up for the worst? Why do we need to know that the bag cost 8 grand? Why? I'll tell you why. Because Davido is playing to his minions. He has an audience of how many his minions are, and those are the only people that he cares about. Instead of actually trying to build the relationship between his daughter that seemed to have soured over the past few months as a result of his shenanigans, he is only interested in playing to the audience. He's only interested in telling the audience that he spends so much money on his daughter and that makes him the best father in the entire world. By announcing to the world that this child has an $8,000 handbag, he just put a target on her. That poor child. A child who lives in Lagos, by the way. And this is why I always say that Davido does not care, how his utterances affect that child. It's almost as if, in my opinion, obviously, that he wants something to happen so that he can capitalize on it, because this is what he does. Like, this is, if you want to be honest about who Davido is, then you can have that conversation that Davido is an energy vampire. I have said this so many times before. He only cares about attention. He only cares about what he can get, the attention he can get in every given situation. Otherwise, why would he do that to his child? Why would he announce that that child is carrying an 8 grand bag? Now, wow. And also, how did the crowd even know that they were going to be at that location? How would they have known? How would the crowd have known? These so-called Imade supposed fans, how would they have known the location where Davido and Imade were going to be if it wasn't for maybe Davido himself or any one of his 30 Poop gang members who actually gave the location where they were going to be? As you can see, that kid was scared. She was so scared. She didn't want to leave the sight of the other lady who was maybe chauffeuring or doing the monitoring of the visitation or whatever. She didn't want that. She didn't want to leave that woman's sight because she did not feel comfortable being there. Take a look at this.
Go and scare. Go and see your fans now.
No, I'm okay.
Imagine.
Not so that I'm
Go and see your fans now.
I'm okay.
Imagine your fans are waiting. Come, John. I'm not gonna have a look. Join this one. My second car. David,
So you guys just saw that. You just saw how she reacted to the crowd. Nobody's going to tell me that that child was comfortable being put in that situation. No one is going to convince me of such. You can see that she was very, very uncomfortable and clinging on to the woman who I believe was doing the supervision, the supervised visitation or whatever. And this is not okay. It's not okay. It's not. None of this needed to happen. Putting his own flesh and blood at risk, in danger, like I don't even understand. Make it make sense to me. All of this for clout, all of this for attention, all of this to show to the naysayers, to the people who have been holding him accountable. All of this to show them that look at me, I'm working things out with my daughter. You people should now praise me now. If you think Davido is not reading all the comments, especially the ones that are critical of him, the way he has handled this whole Sophia Momodu and his child situation, if you think he's not reading all those comments, then you have something else coming. Like he's paying attention. He's taking the temperature of the room to see where everyone's mind is at, to see what everyone is doing. Like he's seeing what people are saying. At some point, he even gave Imade money and was making the poor child flaunt the money, flaunt the dollar, let people see that I gave you a bunch of $50 words of cash or whatever. Like, why? Why, Yoga? Why? All of this is by design. All of this is for people who have done their best to like hold him accountable. This is to show them and say, look at me, I'm doing things that it's not even necessary. Personally, I thought the sushi date was a really good idea. I thought it was amazing. You know, Imade being like the big girl and going on a date with her dad. I honestly thought it was amazing. He had just posted only that. Trust me, I wouldn't even be here talking about it. But the fact that he's announcing that he got her an AK bag, that just makes me feel like all of this is just for attention. Okay? Posting a video of taking your daughter to a daddy daughter date is actually a good thing. It's an amazing thing. Why didn't you just stop at that? But no, that energy sucking, energy vampire mentality, it must kick in whether we like it or not, you know? And then he proceeded to put his own daughter in a difficult situation. Like, to me, that's a no no. This is so unnecessary. And then stepping out of the establishment, this child is swarmed by strangers that he, Davido, in his infinite ineptitude, is claiming are her fans. Like, so they just miraculously appear. How did they know? They just appeared from nowhere. And you can see Made visibly shaking, like she's scared. She keep running back to the supervisor lady, you know, to hold on to her and to feel safe. But you can actually see that this was definitely not a situation that she enjoyed being in. How did they know? How did these people miraculously find their way here? One thing that Davido must remember is that that child does not have the legion of security personnel that Davido has, like he walks around with. Just remember that when you are done putting on a show, you know, putting her in a compromising situation, she'll have to go back to her home, a less secure place than you live. All this for clout. All of this for clout, so that your gullible minions can continue to sing your praise and talk about what a wonderful dad you are. Now, wow, like this is so infuriating. You can see the little child really scared, and he kept telling the child to go and say hi to her fans. None of those people are that child's fans. They are all your fans. And how did they get there? Obviously, that child does not know them. She doesn't feel safe around them. Like, this is so infuriating, honestly. Please protect that child. I beg of you. David, protect that child. Your own is just getting too much. Seriously. Someone has to say,